And it's time for a bit of a shootout between those two. The Chase Bliss Brothers AM and the Analog Man King of Tone.
Good on you, cowboy. Hey, I'm Alex. Welcome along. We're going to do a little experiment today. Don't blow yourself off. Please hit like and subscribe on the channel. Give us a thumbs up and say hi in the comments.
Please do. Yes, so we've done a video which you can watch here on the Brothers AM. Collaboration between Analog Man and Chase Bliss. I've been a long time user of the King of Tone. This one I just opened up the back. 2013 this one was made. So that's how long I've been using this for.
Cool.
Yeah, and I just thought let's compare the two and see how similar they sound. So internally, I've got the dip switcher set. This side is set to distortion. So we flick that to distortion. This side is set to overdrive. This is a non-high gain one, so you get the one that has a high gain side and a non-high gain side. This doesn't have that. It's just a standard one. So let's check it out and see how similar they are. Everything at 12 o'clock. But yeah, setup first.
So I've got a Yamaha Pacifica, and it's going through a Mozztronics Amp Switcher, Cherry Tone OTS Mini 20, and a 2-notes Torpedo Captor X. And that's the rig.
Yeah, there's some reverb there for me too.
Sorry.
Everything at 12 o'clock. Let's check it out. It's a clean sound. Sounds actually.
Clean sound.
So let's start with this one. So this is the more gainy side. Everything at 12 o'clock. I hadn't, but that didn't switch off.
That was more gain, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, that didn't switch off. Okay, so that's that now.
Okay. So
what are your thoughts? How similar are they?
Very similar. I think this has a bit more clarity to it.
Yeah, this one's a bit darker, so I had to treble the tone all the way up, and I had to tone sort of almost.
Yeah, still, there's like, even with the brightness up, there's like some sort of clarity going on with the Brothers M.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's check out the other side.
So that's distortion, wasn't it?
That's more distortion. So this is now the more overdrive side.
Sweet.
thoughts on that?
I feel like this has a slight bit of more compression going on. It's maybe thicker.
Okay.
Again, the Brothers is a bit more open.
Okay. Well, you noodle around with it, and I'll play some.
What now, sorry?
You noodle around with them.
Noodle around,
You
yeah.
fiddle, play,
Okay.
play. I'm going to use this rather lovely Gordon Smith guitars, the Gatsby, and there's a sort of first impressions video for it up here. And clean, it sounds like this. So make my tone royal. Sorry? Pretty close now.
Yeah, you reckon?
It definitely
Still sounds different to me.
It sounds. I mean, it's fairly close. The sound is similar, but I think the tone, the EQ, is slightly different.
Definitely, yeah.
This one is a bit warmer, maybe.
Yeah.
Fatter, warmer.
It's interesting. Like,
This is more full range.
it's like, how do you describe it? Because I feel like that's muffled and this is more open. You're saying it's warmer because it has less high end.
Yeah, I like less high end.
Sure.
I prefer less high end. Yeah, that's darker. Yeah, that's brighter. That's darker.
We'll try the distortion side.
Okay. It's got more gain too, at the moment.
Sure.
I think. Getting closer again now.
I feel like the distortion is more similar than the overdrive.
Than the overdrive?
Side. Sorry?
Yeah, then the overdrive side. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah, I'm agreeing
Oh,
with you.
sure.
Yeah.
And then just because maybe where the tone sits to is a bit more similar, maybe more obvious that more similar than the overdrive side, which is a bit more obvious. So I think the only thing we'd do is to stack all 4 channels.
That sounded good.
She sounds awesome. Nice.
To me, the King of Tone, I know it may be a little bit snobby, you know, oh, King of Tone, oh, you use the King of Tone, I have 2 of them. But I don't know, there's just no other overdrive to me that I've used in a band situation that I never have issues cutting through, never.
Sure.
It's the other pedals that work great in one room and you go, oh, this is awesome. Then you go in a different room with lots of glass and stuff like that, and all of a sudden it's either ear piercing or you can't hear you.
Right.
The King of Tone, you never have an issue with it. I've got 2. I've got this one, this is the older one, and then I've got one that's a little bit newer than that has the high gain, the red side is high gain, which is you can do a little switch in the back of the Brothers. But Yeah, it's just to me, it's just still I reckon it's the best overdrive ever made. But now, okay, you as a non King of Tone user, or not as often King of Tone user,
Yeah,
which one would you pick out of the two?
probably the brothers. Yeah,
I would still pick
Yeah,
the King
sure.
of Tone because it's to me warmer. It has less of that shrill top end. I guess you can probably dial that out with the tone maybe a little bit more.
sure.
But yeah, I still prefer that one.
There you go. What do you guys think? Leave us a comment.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are.
Interesting.
But I mean, definitely similar flavour. But I think the tone
I
is
wonder
different.
if it comes with the brighter paint color choice.
Maybe. Well, I mean, that's also
science right
that's 2013, so that's 12 years old now.
Yeah.
It could be capacitors and stuff like that in it. Maybe it darkened a bit.
Possibly. You still get pedals from 70s that still sound good.
Yeah, not
So
saying it sounds bad. I'm just saying
shouldn't
maybe the values have changed over time because it's quite old and we do live in quite a humid area.
That's
I don't
right.
know. Yeah, which one did you like better? Interesting though that you prefer that one. I
Right.
prefer this one.
There you go. Very cool. Always good tones. Anything based off that circuit. They've done some stuff from Australian builders, from builders around the world that always use that as an inspiration. So it's always going to be cool. It's just different flavors are cool.
And I'm not saying that's bad. That wasn't what I meant. I'm not saying sounds good and that sounds bad. I think they both sound really good. I just next to each other. And in a gig scenario,
Yep.
if you only had this, I don't think you necessarily notice the difference too much. But next to each other, I just prefer that it's a bit warmer than that. But yeah, I loved. I'm a fan of the King of Tone in general.
It's probably because that's your pedal that you've had for 10 years. So it feels like home.
Plus 10 years, yeah. Over 10 years now, yeah.
Yeah. So it feels like home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I've tried, like I said, I have tried lots of other pedals that I really liked, that we've demoed here, that I really liked, and I put them on there and I do a gig with it, and I go, I prefer this, and I always put one of them back. I usually have one in the studio and one. The high gain one I usually put on my board,
Sure.
and this is the non-high gain one I usually have in my studio.
There we go. Well, thanks for hanging.
Yeah.
I like doing these shootouts. They're pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like I say, leave a comment, say hi.
Yeah, please do. Big thank you to Chase Bliss for sending this to us. I bought this long time before the channel started, so this is mine. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to put up a Chase Bliss playlist here, and you should watch it.
Good stuff. Catch you soon.